Hi, my name is Jesus Hurtado, and this is case number 3 for Finance 139. The nominal rate of return by dividing the 4.32 dividend by the price of 48, and that gives us a 9% return. If we want to get the effective annual rate, that's calculated by using this formula, and after plugging in the numbers, we get a return of 9.31%. Expected rate of return is calculated by dividing the 1.8 dividend by the stock price, that is 22.26, and then adding the 6% growth of the dividend, which gives us a 14.9 expected rate. The expected dividend yield is 8% and the expected capital gain is 6%. Both of these are gains to the investor. The only difference is that the dividend is a payout to the investor and the capital gains are only realized when the shares are sold. Constant growth model is only used to calculate the intrinsic value of a stock based on its dividend, but not all companies meet this criteria. In order to use this approach, you need to make sure the dividend is growing at a constant rate. And in order for a company to accomplish this, they need to have really stable and predictable sales for the future. If we want to calculate the value of this stock in the beginning of 2003 with a 6% growth for the next 5 years and a 7.5 after that, using the net present value and a required rate of 13.5, we get a price of 30.27. Also for the following years, if we do the same, we see that for 2004 we get a price of 32.45 and on 2005 of a price of 34.81. What's the expected dividend yield, the capital gain, and the total return? In order to calculate the dividend yield, all we need to do is divide the 1.8 dividend by the price, which is 30.27, and that gives us a 5.95 return. The capital gain, it's 7.20, and the total return for the stock, it will be 13.14 for 2003. If we do the same calculations but with the same dividend of 1.8 for the first 5 years and then a growth of 6% after that, we get a price of 1976, which is a lot lower than the result we got in the previous problem. Once again, using the same formula to calculate the price on 2003 with a dividend of 1.9 and a stock price of 22.26, we get a expected growth of 14%. The question we need to ask ourselves is a 6% dividend growth reasonable? In order to do that, we need to go back the previous years and see what was the growth on the dividend. As we can see, the average of the calculation was 7.96%, which is a little bit higher than the 6% we are using. The last question is this growth sustainable? By using this formula and a retention ratio of 33% and a return on equity of 16.2, we get an estimate of 5.35%, which is more reasonable for the stock.